Hey guys, John here. I've got another very simple and very obvious game. You probably already know it. It's a bit like the Canon vocal thing from primary school when they used to break it into sections and everyone sings a part. So if you look at this book here, you'll see that there's 4 bars in each example. So if you've got 4 people in the team, then the first person starts and then the second person waits a bar, the third person waits 2 bars. You get the idea. So they all come in 1 bar after each other, and then by the time the last person started, the first person will be finishing the last bar, and then you can either repeat the line, or they can stop, or they can go on to the next one. And you can do this in a fun way where you can get an outcome where you can tell them if you do it mathematically correct, you can do a variation on it where each person, so one person will do number 1, one person will do 1 to 4, let's say there's 2 in the team. One does 1 to 4 and the other person does 5 to 8, so they should start and finish at the same time. That way they're both improving their reading skills and their timing and listening skills and musicianship skills, playing in time. And you can record it and ask them to give themselves feedback on a specific skill you're developing, like timing, for example. And you can say, give yourselves feedback as if it was a band. Don't pick about your personal self. Pick about the band. Like, if this was a band, how was the timing? Or how was the sound? Were they balanced with each other? What was the tone like if it's not drums, for example? So you can play around with this idea of just splitting the bars and each person. But I found that if you have an outcome, it's more interesting for them. So like the outcome could be where they all finish together. That's quite interesting. Or they can do it with a click track. Or they can do it in a melodic way, so each person could do it on a different note or a different drum, for example, and then recording it and letting them see it's quite interesting, because it's very easy to record students these days in high quality, and it's very valuable for them to see themselves, especially when you're asking them to give themselves feedback. I've found that everyone's always critical of themselves, but if you ask them to give feedback of the overall group, it gets them thinking in a different way.